Have you met Mr. Trump?
Many times.
You have?
We did all the research, all the data, all the analytics, all the targeting. We ran all the digital campaign, the television campaign, and our data informed all the strategy.
Facebook is the world's most gigantic spying machine ever created, and the Cambridge Analytica scandal in what is a joint UK intelligence operation, joint Israeli intelligence operation via Mark Zuckerberg, the Israeli Zionist owner of Facebook, did, and how Cambridge Analytica engineered Donald Trump to be the president of the United States via manipulations of millions of people's Facebook data. Facebook cooperatively and willingly knowing and working with Cambridge Analytica, and via another host of political fuckery, extortion, blackmail of high-level people of the state, as Alexander Nix is about to show us.
Send some girls around to the candidate's house.
Hiring ex-spies to dig dirt.
I know people who used to work for MI5, MI6.
Spreading misinformation online.
These are things that don't necessarily need to be true, as long as they're believed to be.
And secretly intervening in the democratic process.
No record exists with our name attached to this at all.
Tonight, the company's CEO, Alexander Nix, tells us how they put Donald Trump into the White House.
We were able to get upwards of 50 million plus Facebook records in the span of a couple months.
50 million?
Yeah, over 50 million records from Facebook using this method.
And how many of those people behind those profiles were aware that their profiles had been used in this way?
Almost none. Almost none.
They boast that they won the election for Trump, accessing a vast pool of data, the names and email addresses for 230 million Americans. For each, they could access thousands of layers of personal information and craft a message to persuade you, individually, that Donald Trump should be your next president.
The thing I find moderately funny is that even Alexander Nix knows that Trump says what the marketing team want him to say. We all know Trump is flip-flopping on every decision he made. Gun control rights, he was bailed out by Rothschild Inc. Put the man who bailed him out, Wilbur Ross, as head of commerce in state. Research that he was bailed out by Rothschild Inc. people. And he just says what the marketing team want him to say. He works on the minds of hearts of others. He captures your emotions in a powerful, patriotic, truth-speaking way. And he lies. And even Nix knows that he's just a puppet. He's not technical. He doesn't know what's going on, does he?
So candidate's the puppet?
Always.
Right.
But in every election, well, nearly, they're politicians, they're not technical.
Right.
They don't understand how it works. They don't understand because the candidate is never involved. He's told what to do by the campaign team.
Do you like that?
Facebook in particular is the most appalling spying machine that has ever been invented.
This work was anything but fruitless.
Really pleased that despite the challenges and hiccups along the way, we were able to forge ahead with the Facebook harvesting and modelling. And we are working with the data in many different ways now. I think we can all be proud of the work completed thus far, and we are getting very positive feedback from clients.
Let's remember, people, Cambridge, the university in the UK, just like Harvard and Yale in the US, has always been the breeding ground for the managerial class of the elite, the managerial class of the Illuminati. The same 1%, which is not 1%, you know, it's the 0.00 and so on 1%, are the ones who undoubtedly go into parliament, are the ones who undoubtedly, like from Harvard and Yale, end up in Senate, are undoubtedly the ones from the top universities, the same breeding ground, just like Cambridge in this scandal, is the breeding ground for the managerial class of the Illuminati. Just keep that in mind and the picture will come a bit more succinct.
Today we live in a world now where it is easy to confuse truth and popularity. And you can use money to amplify whatever you believe and get people to believe that what is popular is now truthful and what is not popular may not be truthful. You know, Joe and I, for example, we've been on the other side of climate for a long time, right? And the reality is now I can take money and I can use that through all of these social media systems that exist to hundreds of millions of people, and I can convince all of Joe's friends and everybody like him of my opinion in very subtle and small ways. And he can do the same to me. We can do that about vaccines. We can do that about gay rights. We can do that about bathroom laws. We can do that about Roy Moore. And so I think the question we have to ask ourselves is, how do we live in a world where this is now possible? We have created tools that are ripping apart the social fabric of how society works. That is truly where we are. And I would encourage all of you, as the future leaders of the world, to really internalize how important this is. If you feed the beast, that beast will destroy you. If you push back on it, we have a chance to control it and rein it in.
Okay. Why would Facebook willingly go along with this? Who is Facebook backed by? Zionist Mark Zuckerberg? Yes, Zionist Mark Zuckerberg. No, Zuckerberg is not anti-Zionist, pro-Muslim, all this. This is keeping your hands clean, people. This is empty speeches to appeal to the minds and hearts of others. Just as Trump has appealed to your minds and hearts, and he is flip-flopping on everything that he has said. Flip-flopping on gun rights, he was bailed out by Rothschild Inc, but you people think he's going to destroy the New World Order. Please, Zionist Mark Zuckerberg allowed Cambridge Analytica with a subcontractor for them to do this because Trump is backed by Zionist Israel, and they engineered him successfully, as we can see through their masterful work. They engineered him as president, and they wanted Trump to be president. I am not pro-Hillary. I fucking hate Hillary, that Pizzagate satanic whore. But Trump is no better. People, do your research on Trump. Do your research on Facebook spying machine, and learn to think critically what, why, how, and just who owns who.
فیسبوک توسط یک صهیونیست به نام مارک زوکربرگ مدیریت می شود. فردی که برای کشتن هر فلسطینی توسط اسرائیلی ها جایزه تعیین کرده است.
باید از مارک زوکربرگ تقدیر کرد که با افتخار اعلام می کند با کشتن هر فلسطینی در غزه 100 سکه طلا به سرباز